Under the blazing sunlight of Santa Barbara, California's coastline, where the Pacific Ocean's waves shimmered like molten gold, a group of seasoned divers prepared for their routine expedition. They were Jake Callahan's team, led by a 42-year-old man with salt and pepper hair, eyes as sharp as the sea's waves, and over 20 years of experience conquering the ocean. Alongside him was Sarah Nguyen, a 30-year-old marine biologist with a fiery passion for the environment. Miguel Torres, a 28-year-old free diver with a radiant smile and lightning-fast reflexes. Emily Carter, a 35-year-old diving equipment engineer who could fix any gear in a heartbeat. And Tom Rivera, a young intern new to the team, brimming with a thirst for knowledge. They weren't just colleagues. They were a family bound by an intense love for the ocean. That day, the sky was a flawless blue, not a cloud in sight, and the sea lay calm, like a giant mirror reflecting the sunset's glow. Their boat, the Blue Horizon, glided smoothly over the waves, carrying laughter and light-hearted stories of past dives. Jake stood at the helm, his gaze sweeping the horizon where seagulls soared lazily. But 5 miles from shore, a strange sight silenced the team. A massive humpback whale, nearly 15 meters long, surfaced, spouting water in a high column before diving again, repeating the action with unusual frequency. Its spouts echoed like desperate cries for help. "Something's wrong," Jake muttered, his grip tightening on the wheel. The instincts of a veteran diver told him this wasn't random behavior. "We have to follow it," he decided, his voice commanding. The team nodded, though their hearts stirred with unease about what awaited beneath the deep blue. As the Blue Horizon drew closer, the team held their breath at the sight before them. A young humpback calf, only a few months old, thrashed in a shark net. These nets, installed along Santa Barbara's coast to protect swimmers, had become a deadly trap. The nylon cords, sharp as knives, cut deep into the calf's tender skin, slicing through its thick blubber and leaving bleeding wounds. Blood spread across the water, forming cloudy red streaks that mingled with the golden sunlight, painting a heartbreaking scene. Each desperate movement of the calf only tightened the net, like merciless iron pincers. But what truly shattered the team's hearts was the mother whale. She swam close to her calf, using her snout to lift it to the surface to breathe, her large, round eyes radiating panic and boundless love. Her low, mournful calls echoed across the ocean, like a wordless plea for help. "She won't abandon her baby," Sarah whispered, her voice choked with emotion. As a marine biologist, she had studied humpback whales for years, but witnessing this fierce maternal bond still sent shivers down her spine. "We have to act now, or the calf will die." Jake immediately switched on the radio, contacting the Santa Barbara Marine Rescue Center. "We've got a humpback calf entangled in a shark net, 5 miles offshore southwest. We need urgent assistance." While waiting, the team sprang into action. Miguel checked oxygen tanks and specialized cutting knives, his hands swift, but his eyes betraying tension. Emily inspected ropes and rescue buoys, ensuring everything was ready. Tom, though inexperienced, volunteered to record the event on camera, hoping the footage would raise awareness about the dangers of shark nets. Sarah observed the mother whale, assessing the condition of both mother and calf. "The calf is weakening fast," she warned. "The cuts are too deep, and it's losing a lot of blood. We might only have a few hours." Less than 40 minutes later, 2 patrol boats from the rescue team arrived. carrying experts and specialized equipment. Leading them was Dr. Rachel Brooks, a woman in her 50s with silver hair tied neatly back and a resolute gaze. She quickly assessed the situation, her voice calm but authoritative. "These nets are designed to withstand even great white sharks," she explained. "Cutting them isn't easy, and the calf might panic, endangering the team. We need to coordinate every second precisely." The divers, now reinforced by the rescue team, split into 3 groups: one to dive and cut the net, one to assist from the surface, and one to monitor the mother whale to ensure she didn't interfere in her panic. Jake led the diving team, joined by Miguel, Sarah, and 2 rescue experts. They plunged into the icy water, facing murky visibility clouded by sand, blood, and the tangled nylon net, which spread like a giant spiderweb. The net was wrapped tightly around the calf's fins, tail, and body, some strands embedded so deeply they nearly vanished into its blubber. Each cord was taut as a guitar string, ready to cause injury if cut incorrectly. "Careful, but hurry!" Jake ordered through the underwater comms. Miguel, with deft hands, began cutting the strands, using a specialized knife with a razor-sharp steel blade. Sarah swam close to the calf, trying to calm it with soothing sounds through her underwater communication device. She noticed its eyes, terrified yet glimmering with hope, as if it understood these humans were trying to save it. The mother whale, though on the surface, seemed to sense their efforts. She slowed her swimming, emitting low hums, as if encouraging her calf and thanking the rescuers. But danger was ever present. At one point, the calf thrashed violently, causing a strand to snap like a spring, nearly entangling Miguel's leg. "Watch out!" Jake shouted, pulling him back just in time. On the surface, Emily and Dr. Brooks coordinated buoys and ropes to keep the net from tightening further. Tom, from the boat, kept filming, though his hands trembled with emotion. "We're making history," he muttered, trying to steady the camera. Time slipped by like an invisible enemy. After 45 minutes, the team had only cut half the strands. The calf was weakening, its movements slowing, its breathing labored. Sarah, near despair, surfaced to confer with Dr. Brooks. "We need more hands," she said. "Otherwise it won't make it." Rachel nodded, calling in additional divers from the second patrol boat. With the reinforced team, they picked up the pace, but each cut was a gamble between life and death. After nearly 90 minutes of relentless effort, the final strand was cut. The calf, though exhausted, surged to the surface, taking a long, life-giving breath. The team cheered, tears mingling with seawater. But the moment that left them speechless was when the mother whale swam to her calf. She gently nudged it, her snout gliding over its body, checking each wound with wordless tenderness. Then, in a scene as mythical as it was beautiful, both mother and calf breached the water together, tracing a perfect arc under the California sunset. Water sprayed like diamonds, and their calls echoed like a song of triumph. "My God, I've never seen anything more beautiful," Sarah whispered, clinging to Jake. Miguel, usually jovial, silently wiped tears. Emily, from the boat, waved as if bidding farewell to the mother and calf. Tom, still holding the camera, sobbed openly. Dr. Brooks smiled, but her voice was stern. "Our work isn't done. These nets are a bigger problem. We need change." Back on land, Jake's team couldn't stop talking about the experience. They held an emergency meeting with local authorities, marine conservation organizations, and even fishermen to discuss replacing shark nets with more eco-friendly alternatives, like sonic barriers or signal-emitting devices. Sarah led a social media campaign, using Tom's footage to share the story. The video of the mother and calf's triumphant breach went viral worldwide, garnering millions of views and inspiring people about the power of compassion. Jake, usually reserved, changed too. He began mentoring young divers, passing on his experience and passion for protecting the ocean. "The sea is our shared home," he said during a training session. "We don't just dive to explore, we dive to protect it for future generations." Miguel and Emily collaborated to design a new, lighter, safer net-cutting device, hoping it would be used in future rescues. Tom, once a timid intern, became an environmental activist, using his filmmaking skills to tell stories of the ocean. The story of the humpback calf and the divers became a symbol in Santa Barbara, a reminder that, amid nature's harshness, human compassion, unity, and timely action can create miracles. Under the golden sunset, the ocean still tells that story, with every wave crashing ashore, like a promise that life will always find a way to rise.